Hello guys, what is going on? True here, back with another video, and in this video we're going to be going over a very special deck, the first place deck from Limitless Qualifier 4. This deck, known as Combo Zacian, is very powerful if played correctly, and it just has so much good matchups in the current format, and Combo Zacian actually finished first and second at Limitless Qualifier 4. So I will be doing a deck on both of those in the coming days. So yeah, let's get into this deck. So the idea behind this deck is to use Zacian's setup turn 1 using Intrepid Sword, and turn 2 attacking with Brave Blade, 230 damage, puts a lot of pressure on our opponent, and that's our main attacker, Zacian V. And the secret little weapon that we have is Jirachi Prism Star. If you took this Pokemon as a face down prize card during your turn and your bench isn't full, you can put this onto your bench and draw an extra prize card. And this is a super broken ability if you can use it, because it's like using ADP's GX attack but not using the ADP. And in order to put Jirachi into the prize cards, we use Mr. Mime from Detective Pikachu, the Pantomime ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may switch one of your face-down prize cards with the top card of your deck. And in order to get Jirachi Prism Star to the top of our deck, we use Oranguru from Sword and Shield. Once during your turn, you may switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. So this is the combo that we have going for us. While putting on pressure with Zacian's 230 damage, and we take our 6 prize cards rather quickly. Now we play 3 Jirachi, 1 Dedenne, and we play Mew for the Pikarom matchup. Mew just super good right now with Pikarom being all over the place. And the super interesting card we play is the Mawile-GX. Super good in the mill matchup. Once our opponent has a huge hand, we can use that Big Eater GX, discard all the supporters they have there, getting rid of all of their beloved Bryson Mans, Fabas, whatever they have. And Captivating Wink is not a bad ability either if we want to trap a Dedenne on the bench without our opponent using Dede Change. So, and Willy Bite's not a bad attack either for 160 damage at maximum output. So not a bad backup attacker as well. Some other noticeable cards: we play 3 Boss's Orders. A lot of Boss's Orders. We do want a lot of Gust. We want to pressure our opponent early game by knocking out their main attackers on the bench. So that's why we play 3 Boss's Orders, and we play 1 of Great Catcher to gust up those Dedennes for our last few prizes, or just needing to gust up some random GX. We play Friend Ball because a lot of decks, nearly every deck plays Jirachi these days, and Zacian is metal, Jirachi is metal, Jirachi Prism is metal. Lots of decks play Dedenne. A lot of decks even play Oranguru and Psychic type. So Friend Ball is super good in the meta nowadays. We play 1 of Tool Scrapper for the mirror matchup, or just to remove some tools like Escape Board from Jirachi's or Big Trumps from Pikarom, which can be a nuisance for this deck. So Tool Scrapper is super good in this deck. Only 1 Shrine. If there could be a second one in this deck, I definitely wouldn't mind for the Pikarom matchup, but 1 Shrine is super good to help us reach those knockouts that we need on those big tag team GXs. We play 2 Marnie for research. With all the Intrepid Swords we have in Jirachi draws, we really don't need more draw support. 2 Sonia to search out our basic Pokemon, which are the only Pokemon we play in this deck are basic. So Sonia is like a Pokemon fan club, but with the ability to search out 2 basic metal energy. So this allows us to get out our Mimes and Jirachi Prism Stars in the late game if we ever have Scoop Up Net in hand and need a way to search out and we need to search those out. So Sonia is a very good card in this deck. 1 of Escape Board, 2 Metal Goggles for the Dragapult matchup. Dragapult being more popular than Firebox nowadays, so that's why we're not playing Frying Pans, and we play 12 Metal Energy. A lot of energy to hit it off of the Intrepid Sword ability. And yeah, that is the first place deck from Limitless Qualifier 4, and let's get into some games. Alright, so hopping into our first game against Obscure Graphics. Good luck to him or her, and here we will call the coin flip. We will call heads. We do lose the coin flip. That's fine with us. Ideally we do want to go first with this deck, but going second is never a bad thing either. Here we unfortunately start with the Mawile-GX, but that's fine. And yeah, let's see what our opponent is playing. They're taking a while to choose an active Pokemon, so guess they have a pretty good start. So here, we don't have any additional bench Pokemon. Let's see what our opponent is playing. It is the Dragapult V. So unfortunately, we can't really grab anything using Friend Ball right now. So there's the Oranguru. Okay, so the Friend Ball can get us an Oranguru. There's an attachment to the Dragapult V. That's fine with us. We do play the goggles for it. Super unfortunate start from us though. Not looking too good. We need to top deck something really good. So here they are going to Primate Wisdom, which is fine. Pass from our opponent. Yep, there it is. So here, there's a Zacian top deck. Okay, that's super good. So here we will Friend Ball, get out an Oranguru. Going to bench the Zacian, bench the Oranguru, attach the Zacian, and Intrepid Sword. No Metal Energy, unfortunately. And we don't even want to Dedenne this hand because we have so many switches in our hand, and switches are so vital. But our opponent, hopefully they don't have a draw supporter. There's the Primate Wisdom, so either they have a Research, a Dedenne in hand, or Marnie, or they don't have anything. Basically, there's a Quick Ball. They discarded Research, so probably they definitely have a draw supporter in hand right now. There's Jirachi, so they're probably gonna switch into Jirachi at this current moment. Super unfortunate that we didn't get a single energy off of Intrepid Sword, and we played 12. That happened. So here, there's the Super Scoop Up. Probably would scoop up the Oranguru. That would make the most sense. So here they will Research, get rid of 3 Research. We'd love to see that happen. We'd love to see our opponent burn through as many draw supporters as possible. So here our opponent is likely going to land the turn 2 Max Phantom. There's the attachment, would not doubt it. And how do we even respond to this? We can Quick Ball, probably go for Jirachi, because we really don't want to get rid of these switches without utilizing them. There's a tag call. So there's the Guzman Hala. Okay, they can't play that this turn. So did they whiff? Did they whiff the knockout? Do they have switch? There's the Escape Board to the Dragapult, so they can retreat. But this deck does play a lot of Super Scoop Up. A lot of Scoop Up Nets and switches, so I would not doubt it if they still manage to hit it. They're probably digging for the treasure or search option. They're taking a while, so I'm starting to think they whiffed it. But let's see what our opponent has going for them. They're taking a while. So here they Stellar Wish into an Energy Spinner. That's not a search option. So that's going to give us another turn to work with, which is super fortunate. As long as, yeah, they wouldn't attach an Escape Board to the Dragapult V if they had the VMAX. So unless they just made okay, and there's the pass. So they fortunately whiffed. There's a Research. I don't want to Research. So here we will Quick Ball away a Metal Energy. Get out a Jirachi. Feels fine. We will bench the Jirachi. We can switch into the Jirachi looking for a Metal Saucer. No Metal Saucer, unfortunately. So here we can probably just attach to Zacian. What do we want to do here? We can just probably Primate Wisdom. Scoop Up Net is better than Switch in this case. So we draw into our last and final switch. We're gonna get rid of all of our switches. Super unfortunate, but we have to. So here we're gonna get rid of all of our switches, and we don't even draw into the Metal Saucer. We can bench the Oranguru, put the Jirachi Prism on top. No Metal Saucer, super unfortunate. This is looking super bad for us. We whiffed so hard and we got rid of a lot of resources. Yeah, this is looking super bad for us. They're gonna get the attack off with Dragapult most likely. I couldn't see them whiffing for another turn. And they even played a Scoop Ups. That's even worse for us. So, yeah, not looking great, but we can definitely still pull back in this one. We just need to hit some miracles. So there's the Stellar Wish. There's a Super Scoop Up, unfortunately. But that's not a search option. So if they're stuck right now, we do have to knock out on this Dragapult V. So if our opponent whiffs, again, which I'm assuming they are because they probably wouldn't Stellar Wish. There's a Scoop Up, Super Scoop Up. Okay, that's fine. What are you gonna promote? There's the Dragapult. So they're probably gonna bench it, retreat, and dig for another draw supporter. Super unfortunate they hit heads on that. There's a reset stamp from our opponent. A rather weak time to use a stamp in my opinion. And yeah, just gonna give us a really good hand right now. So I don't know why they would stamp us. We did have a lot of cards in hand, but stamping us to 6 just gives us a lot of cards to work with in the first place. And actually there is a bug on PTCGO that if we swing into Dragapult V, Metal Goggles protects us from the horror energy. So yeah, definitely good that we have Metal Goggles. There's a research from our opponent. So, and they did get rid of a Malamar and a Malon-Lana. Super good for us. They're gonna get the attack off. There's no way that they whiff. They bench another Dragapult. So here we are looking to pull off this combo. Yeah, we're looking to pull off the combo. So we well, we don't have to pull it off this turn, but we want to get it off as soon as possible. So I'm wondering if they're playing the Mr. Mime that prevents us from scooping something up. If it has damage counters on it, that could be super annoying right now. We're down all 4 switches. That sucks. But on the brighter side, we're not down any saucers right now. So that could help us out. There's the Max Phantom from our opponent. Probably gonna put all 5 on the Zacian. Actually, that wouldn't make too much sense. Or they can, you know. I'm not complaining about that. So here they will take 1 prize card. We will promote the Zacian. Attach Metal Goggles. Quick ball away the Mew. Not really relevant right now in this matchup. We can grab out and we prize Mr. Mime. That's super unfortunate. So we can't pull off the combo until we take some prize cards. So here we'll take the Zacian, Metal Saucer to the Zacian, and at this point we definitely want to scoop up net Oranguru. We don't want to on bench. I would rather get rid of the Dedenne than Jirachi Prism right now. So here we will Primate Wisdom twice and research this hand away. And here we did get the Metal Energy, fortunately. I don't know if I really want to use Tool Scrapper right now or not. Doesn't really feel ideal just to get rid of an Escape Board, but then we're forcing them to pay an energy, but they probably play 2 Malamar, so it probably wouldn't really make a difference. So here I'm going to hold onto the Tool Scrapper and just Brave Blade, and we're not going to take the 20 damage from that horror energy because of the bug on PTCGO. And Metal Goggles, and opponents' attacks and abilities cannot put damage counters on it, but the horror energy is not an ability or an attack, but it's still not putting damage counters on our Zacian. So pretty good for us that our opponent is not getting that additional damage from that horror psychic energy. So here they will retreat into Jirachi. Gonna Stellar Wish. And yeah, let's see what they get. We're down 2 research, no other draw supporters, and we're down 1 saucer only. So pretty likely chance that we'll be able to draw into a saucer next turn, which we definitely want. Because we're going to have to find a switching option, and we do want to attack with this Zacian. So let's see what our opponent gets. There's a quick ball that can get them a Dedenne-GX, which is fine. So let's see what our opponent does. They're taking their time. And next turn, if we top deck Saucer, no, we still couldn't attack because we don't have any Metal Energy in the discard. So there's the Mewtwo. They're probably gonna get the Malon-Lana. Doesn't even make a difference, does it? 120. minus 120. No, we still knocked them out even with the Malon-Lana. So that's a misplay from our opponent. We are still knocking them out with 210 damage. 210 plus 110 is 320. So Malon-Lana is not going to be doing anything for our opponent. I don't know if they see this or not. There's the Primate Wisdom. I guess they're just digging for that switching option, which is a fair play. There's the Scoop Up Net. Probably Mewtwo or Jirachi. They're on the Jirachi. I can't see them using Malon-Lana on the Dragapult VMAX unless they want to Malon-Lana twice. But that's a lot of Malon and Lana-ing, to say the very least. We are down our Dedenne, unfortunately. So we can't utilize that option because we don't play any forms of recovery. There's the Malon-Lana, but that's not going to do anything. And they get rid of a boss and a Horror Psychic. And they're going to Stellar Wish again, but they're stuck right now, to say the very least. So yeah, I'm really not getting this play from our opponent. There's a Caitlyn and Cynthia that can get them back to Malon-Lana, but they can't play that again next turn. So I don't really get what our opponent is doing here. Our opponent has sort of shifted the momentum into our favor at this current moment in time. We will Primate Wisdom, put the Jirachi back on top of the deck. There's a Metal Saucer. Okay. Bit unfortunate that we can't even utilize it. So here, we can't attack into this. Unfortunately. If we Primate Wisdom again, we just draw into the Jirachi Prism, which is not what we want. So I'm thinking here we just chill and use Intrepid Sword. And yeah, there's nothing else I really see doing at this moment in time. Because I don't want to research and get rid of 2 of my boss's orders. I really want to keep those dudes around. So here we will Intrepid Sword. And yeah, next turn we're gonna have to knock out on this Dragapult VMAX. That Malon-Lana is not gonna be doing anything for them. So yeah, let's see what our opponent has in store for us. I highly doubt they play 2 Malon-Lana. So there's this Cynthia and Caitlyn gonna get back. I don't know at this point. Probably boss's orders or research. Probably the research. They are down the Malon-Lana again, but that doesn't do anything for our opponent. They can't search this turn. They can't play it again. They cannot fully heal this Dragapult. Definitely a misplay from our opponent, unless I am doing my math wrong for some reason. So there's another Dragapult VMAX. So there's a Stellar Wish. They're probably digging for a switch option. They definitely want to super scoop up this. There's an Escape Board. So here we can Tool Scrapper, and definitely a good thing that I saved my Tool Scrapper. We can get rid of the Escape Board on this Jirachi. 2 is usually all Jirachi decks play. Sometimes even just 1 like our build. So we're getting rid of all of our opponent's pivot options. So super good for us. So if they scoop up this Dragapult, it would be annoying but not the end of the world. There's an attachment to this Dragapult. Do they have the Malamar? That would be really annoying for us. There's the Escape Board to this Jirachi. They need a search option for that Malamar, or the Malamar in hand. They're not playing it, so I'm assuming they don't have it. There's the retreat into this Dragapult, so they're going to shred us for 60. That's fine with us. And here we will Tool Scrapper, get rid of both of our opponent's Escape Boards. Yeah, super strong Tool Scrapper turn from us. If they max Phantom next turn, they're not knocking us out. So that's a good thing. So here we will Quick Ball away. Probably the Zacian. I highly doubt we're going to need to utilize it. We can take the Jirachi. Do I really want to bench the Jirachi is the question. Because they can just put damage counters on it. And we're down all 4 of our switches, so I definitely don't want to bench the Jirachi because they can just target it, which would not be ideal for us. So here we will Primate Wisdom, put the research back on top of the deck, because that's what we want to draw into in case they Marnie us. And yeah, we're just going to boss's orders, bring up this Dragapult and knock it out. And because of the bug on PTCGO, they will not be knocking us out with Max Phantom. It's only going to be hitting us for 100, and there's no way they can put damage counters on Zacian unless they play Tool Scrapper. So we're gonna Brave Blade, knock out our opponent's Dragapult VMAX, and punish them for using a useless Mallow and Lana. So here, there's a Sonia, there's a Metal Goggles, so super good draw for us. Second Metal Goggles is exactly what we are looking for. And we have second boss in hand. We're just looking really good at this moment in time. If our opponent doesn't play Tool Scrapper, they're basically done for, I think. A third Escape Board from our opponent? Wow, okay, that's something. And the fact that they drew into it is really amazing. So here, they will Primate Wisdom, which is fine. So here, so our game plan is to take out the Dragapult VMAX now. We didn't really need to utilize the combo in this match, but to be fair, we did price the Mr. Mime, so we weren't really able to. So here, let's see what our opponent has going for them. There's a stamp from our opponent. That's pretty annoying, but it's not the end of the world. To be honest, there's a Saucer, there's a Shrine, there's a Metal Energy. Pretty good draws from us, to be honest. Do they even have the energy attachment? There's a Scoop Up Net. Probably gonna be bringing back the Mewtwo. And if they put the Mallow and Lana, they have the Mallow and Lana in hand right now, and it's just, what did they put back? I didn't see what they put back. It was a research because they were down for research. Okay, that's fine. So they have a useless Mallow and Lana in hand. That means they can't do anything this turn, which is super good for us. And just the pass from our opponent, they can't do anything. There's the research top deck, so that's really good for us. So we're probably going to save the Saucer, I guess. We're looking to see if ideally here we would get the ideally here we would indeed get the boss's orders off the Primate Wisdom. We did not, unfortunately, but that's perfectly fine with us at this current moment in time. I will Scoop Up Net in Oranguru, just so that we can make space in case we really need in case we draw Mime off the prizes and need to utilize the combo this turn. So here we will research, looking for a Goggles. There's another Saucer that's pretty good. A lot of Saucers. Okay, so here we will Primate Wisdom, put back Research on top. There's a Scoop Up Net, not really useful right now. Actually, no, it's pretty good. So here we will Metal Saucer to the Zacian V. Just take the knockout on our opponent's Jirachi. Fine with me, to say the very least. So here we will take a prize card. It is a Sonia, not the Mr. Mime, unfortunately. That's a bummer. So here they will promote the Dragapult VMAX. We can even double boss and knock out two things on the bench if we're fortunate enough to draw into those. So we're just sitting in a really good spot right now. Next turn we can retreat into Jirachi. There's the Malamar finally from our opponent. So we can hard retreat. So the Mallow and Lana wasn't in their hand, so they must have put it on top using a Oranguru. So we can put down the Jirachi, retreat into Jirachi, use Stellar Wish, Saucer to this, attach to this, retreat, and just knock out something. Or just hit into this Dragapult VMAX. And because of the bug on PTCGO, again, that Horror Energy doesn't apply to Zacian V, we're just sitting in the driver's seat right now. So let's see what our opponent has in store for us. There is another Inkay. That's fine. And there's the Tool Scrapper going to get rid of the Metal Goggles. Okay, fair enough. So that's a little unfortunate, but we're definitely still in the driver's seat, without a doubt. So here they will Psychic Research to the Inkay. They probably still have a lot of super Scoop Ups left. How much are they down? Just 2? Yeah, they're down 2. And here they will put all the damage onto the Zacian. That's fine. So we just retreat into the Jirachi. I'm pretty sure this is our last Saucer. No, we still have one Saucer left in deck. That's awesome. So here we can actually attack with Mawile if we really wanted to. That's something to note and keep in the back of our minds. So here we will definitely Metal Saucer to the Zacian. There's the boss's order. So if we really want to, we can knock out something. But is it really worth the risk? I don't think it is. So I think I'll just take the quick ball and just punch into this, and just KO it next turn, I guess. So hopefully they don't have Scoop Up is our hope right now. So here we will take the quick ball. We do want to Primate Wisdom the Marnie on top of the... I meant the Primate Wisdom the Research, so we can draw into the Research. I was playing... no, it's fine. It's fine this way. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. So here we can definitely Scoop Up Net this Jirachi. The chances of us drawing into that Metal Goggles is pretty likely. No, we'll still swing with this Zacian. So we will research now. There are no goggles in this hand. That's pretty unfortunate. And here we're just going to Brave Blade, swing into our opponent. Gonna take the 2 damage counters from the Horror Psychic Energy now. But that's fine with us. Our chances of drawing into a boss are very likely now. And the good thing is, even if they scoop up this, they can't even scoop up this, because if they did, they would either have to hypnosis us, which is fine, I guess, or they have to swing into us using Baby Dragapult, using Jet Assault. Sure, it knocks us out, but we will be returning the knockout using Zacian V. So I don't know what our opponent's game plan is from here. They do need to scoop up something on the bench right now, otherwise they're in a really bad spot to set up another attacker, and they just did land Tails on that super scoop up, so not looking great for our opponent. We do want to find the boss's order as soon as possible, so in case they do decide to scoop up and go with there's the Mallow and Lana, but that doesn't do anything for our opponent. And here they're at the point where we can almost deck them out using Marnie. So that's a good thing. So here they're going to try to use Hypnosis, which is a pretty respectable play. Probably something I would do as well, to say the very least. And no, they retreat into Jirachi. What? Why? I don't get that play, to say the least. But that's good for us, I guess. They're going to try to Stellar Wish. They're near deck out point, so that's another win condition for us. They're down a lot of energy, so here they get a Scoop Up Net. That's fine. If you want to swing into me using Dragapult, even better, be my guest. That's perfectly fine. Next turn we're basically guaranteed the boss because we can retreat into Jirachi and just, yeah, we basically have this game locked up. We can retreat into Jirachi, Stellar Wish, find the boss, Scoop Up Net, and knock out this Dragapult VMAX for game. So we have game on board. Why would you grab the Research? You're gonna deck yourself out. Yeah, so they just have to pass. They have nothing left. So here, you don't have a way to retreat this Jirachi. So here they're going to Psychic Recharge to this Inkay. Let's just hope we don't get unlucky. Don't draw the boss. There's a Metal Goggles. That is an excellent draw. They're saying well played. I think they're realizing that they're in a really bad spot. Let's give them the heart. Let's Stellar Wish. Take the boss's orders. Yeah, this is gonna be game over. And let's Scoop Up Net this Jirachi. And let's just boss's orders, bring up this Dragapult VMAX and knock it out using Brave Blade. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. A little unfortunate that I was only able to play one game, but this game was super long. It took a long time, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I showed off the power of Zacian. I hope I did this deck justice, this first place deck justice, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Learn from my mistakes, and yeah, see you guys in the next video. Have a good day, stay safe, and peace out.